What's up, y'all? Naturegirl 30 here, and this is another review of. Yeah, that's my computer there. But this is another review of Riverdale Chapter 2 A Touch of Evil. Honestly, guys, I'm really getting hooked on the show. This show is amazing. And honestly, I thought it was just going to be just kind of circled around the who done it, like who killed Jason Blossom. But it's really not like that. It's a lot more dynamic. Everybody has a secret to hide. And I never thought I would really be into the show, and I am. Um, there's so many things that were revealed in this episode. Like, Betty's got a dark side. A real scary dark side. Like a totally different personality is hitting in there to where she could literally hurt somebody if she wanted to. And I guess it kind of gave you a little hint of that in the first episode when she was literally so angry. Um, she was so angry she literally had blood in the palm of her hands. That's how clenched her fists were. And I was just like, whoa. Betty's got a real dark side. I'm wondering if she's going to unleash it in this season. That will be really interesting to see. And yeah, I'm still kind of weird. But the thing is, like I said before in my first review, and I know I haven't put it up yet, but I'm probably going to put it up a little later. In my first review, I said I didn't really know much about the characters. I only know like the main three, well, the main four: Archie, Jughead, Betty, and Veronica. I don't know much of about the other characters. And Josie and the Pussycats, I didn't even know they were part of that universe, and it's really cool to see. And speaking of Josie and the Pussycats, I never thought I would see Robin Givens. Well, at least it looked like Robin Givens with some plastic surgery done. I could be wrong, but it looked kind of like her. If I'm wrong, leave it in the comments for those who know who the actress is. But other than that, I'm going to tell you this. I love the fact that there's like four things going on at once. And it's not so much where it's overwhelming. You can literally kind of latch on to one, then they switch to another, switch to a whole nother thing, and then you latch onto that, then they switch onto something else, and then latch onto that, and it's a whole nother, it's like a whole bunch of subplots into one big main plot stretched out. And I love it. Like, the one thing that I would love to find out is what in the world did the Blossom family do to Betty's mom? Like, I don't think it's about the daughter anymore. There's something about Betty's mom that really she sees red when the word Blossom is mentioned. In my humble opinion, it's probably the common thing. Of course, her husband cheated on her with the wife, and she got pissed and bitter. And the fact that she literally paid off the coroner, I'm like, what did she do? Or was it her that did it? Like, that's the one thing. She's a very bitter woman. And it's like her husband's not even existing. So he must have either done something to her, or she did something to him, or vice versa. I don't know. So the fact is she's hurt, she's bitter, she's ready to take it out on anybody, and she's a bit crazy. And I want to know a lot more about the mom. And it was really interesting to see that Betty really was hurt. Like, I was wondering if she was going to have the whole, I'll be friends with you because I miss you and I'm used to this. But she literally was just honest with herself. She's like, look, I'm not ready for this. I really did care about you. I loved you, but you just don't feel the same way. I'm not ready with this. And yes, of course, as women, we lash out at the best friend who happens to be the crush of the guy that we like. Even though there really is no crush, they did kiss in the closet. But other than that, yeah, we have a tendency to lash out at the women. But it's kind of nice how they came back together, but it was kind of quick how she had the realization that she was wrong. And I'm like, I kind of wish it was stretched out at least for another episode for her to realize that. But other than that, it's still cool. But the one thing I love about this show is that there are a lot of potential ships. And we all know that when it comes to Archie, there's a huge amount of ships in this show. And I like not only a bit of drama and substance in my television, I happen to like, a few romantic ships every once in a while. And Archie and Veronica, I would say this. I came in reading some Archie comics when the triangle was already set. And honestly, I like the way that this is going. Like, so much is like, so far, it's not really gonna be like triangle automatically. It's gonna build up to be a triangle. And Jughead kind of mentioned that at the end of the episode, but we all know that, yeah, eventually there's going to be a triangle between those guys, and it's not going to break. But the thing is, like, with Girl Meets World, I would love the triangle if it was interesting, But this triangle went on for years until the very end. Didn't even quit, not one time. For what I know, I don't know much about Archie comics, but other than that, this was a very, very drama heavy episode, and I loved it. It was so interesting, and I want to know what the heck happened between Jughead and Archie. Like, what did they do to kind of piss each other off? You see how all these questions are coming out of nowhere? Because I'm really interested in this show, man. There's more questions than answers, but the answers are usually revealed later on, probably stretched out towards the end. But the only difference between this and other shows that kind of reveal it next episode and move on, when I'm talking about Dirt Gently, was one of my other favorite shows. But other than that, I will say this. There's so much more to reveal. I just wish that there was a little bit of resolve in maybe 3 episodes down the line, and then there's a big reveal towards the line, down the end of the line, maybe towards the end of the season. But there's more stuff added in to more questions that's already in your head. Now, my biggest concern with that is that Lost tried to do the exact same thing, but they never really resolved anything. But honestly, they kind of sort of resolved-ish something when, I think Janet Blossom, I think her name is Janet, I can't remember. But I know that Janet Blossom, the redhead girl, got arrested towards the end of the episode. I want to know what they found in that autopsy. But when you actually did look at the neck, and this is like spoiler alert here, so if you don't really want to know what happened, don't watch it. Well, don't watch this video. But when you actually looked at the neck, it was pearls. Like, wrapped around his neck was pearls. And it was kind of strange how, even though they're twins, it seemed like they were more than twins. Like, you know what I mean? Which is weird. And then there's this whole Archie thing with the teacher. We all know it was just summer sex. That's it, just summer sex. That's it, with the teenage boy, which is probably every cougar's dream. I don't really know because I'm not a cougar yet. But other than that, we know what it is and we know where it's going. I'm actually waiting for the blackmail to happen. But guys, my overall thoughts of the show is this. There were so many questions that were being thrown at me, but it didn't overwhelm me to burn me out. It kept me more interested. It kept me engaged. The one thing I love about this show is that it doesn't really focus so much on the teenagers. It focuses on the parents too. And I'm really interested to know how these parents end up knowing each other, why Betty's mom is so bitter, what really happened between Archie's dad and Veronica's mom. Something happened between those two. And like an old history. I would love to know. And that's why I love this show. Everybody's a character. Even the town's a character if you really think about it. And that's why I love this show. But guys, this was a really great episode. It got me intrigued. I'm excited about the 3rd episode that's coming up next week. And I want to know y'all's thoughts on this. Leave in the comments below. I'll probably leave maybe a poll up above just to get you guys, engaged in this conversation-ish. Just to let me know how you feel about it or if you've actually seen it. But other than that, guys, that is it for me. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.